Welcome back to another episode of WTF Portland. This is going to be a different episode from the last time because I don't know what this channel's about yet. So today we're just going to take a ride downtown and look at the current state of Portland, Oregon on June. Today is June 9th, 2020. Okay, so I'm down here at, I think it's 3rd and Gantt, and you can see behind me the Microsoft store is all boarded up, and that's pretty typical of a lot of buildings down here. We're just a couple blocks away from the Justice Center. That's where a lot of the action's been happening, especially in the evenings. We'll walk down there in a second, but I'm not going to get too close. There's not a whole lot going on, I don't think. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Right now, there's more people downtown than I've seen in a while. I come downtown maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks just to drive through and kind of see what's going on down here for the past 3 months. And even today, there's no one down here. I think the people who are still working downtown probably get here earlier in the morning and don't come out a lot for lunch. I'm standing right in front of a Chipotle and it is dead, obviously, but even for pickup orders, there's no one here. Okay, we're going to walk around a little bit and see what we can see. I'm just going to walk over here to the Gantt Hill Pub. I've noticed, like, in general, the graffiti in town and in the rest of the city too, not just downtown, has increased. But there's lots of stuff like this. Just, general messages of discontent with the current state of things. And then there's this too, which I probably don't think has anything to do with what's going on. Boy, it smells like pee in here. It's kind of crazy looking at downtown like this, all boarded up. It's been like this for a couple months, some of it, and it makes me wonder how long it's going to take for things to calm down enough to open back up some of the stores. Will it ever happen? I'm going to look at the Apple store right now. It's just one big tribute to Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. It's pretty amazing. I haven't seen this. I didn't notice it last time I was down here, apparently. The windows are broken in the Apple store. So I said there weren't a lot of people down here, but now that I kind of get into the thick of this, there are quite a few people just kind of milling about, looking at all of the graffiti and the messages of love and support that have popped up down here at Pioneer Square, and it's kind of touching. You know, I hope it doesn't run the risk of turning into a tourist attraction because a lot of people down here with cameras, but it's definitely necessary that this is documented and that this message is spread, because there's no other way that anything is going to change unless people realize the truth of what's going on. I think it's interesting that these buildings are boarded up because of the virus, but they've given people here, I don't know about other cities, but they've given people in Portland a place to display their messages. We go from one crisis right into another. It's, the police violence crisis, Black Lives Matter, is nested inside of coronavirus, which is nested inside of a lot of other issues that the U.S. has right now. And they're all kind of, I just wonder if these protests would have started if coronavirus wasn't going on, if people were otherwise occupied. So here we are at the courthouse, and I've never noticed this before, but it looks like this whole wall has been graffitied at some point and cleaned off. I don't know if that's recent or I've never noticed it before. But our fine town is not, this is not new. Protests here, thankfully. I'm glad I live in a place that protests. Okay, so we're coming up here on the Justice Center to camera right. This is the area that has kind of been getting inflamed every night, and yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. And there is some action going on here today. Right now, we'll get a little closer. It looks like it's pretty quiet right now.
And also what do you call it?
I have my mask on right now. I don't know if you can hear me or how well you can hear me, but I don't see any police down here at all right now.
We definitely have what I would say is there's definitely a racial divide, and also an authoritative misappropriation of power. So I think that the best way that we can kind of get this under wraps again is defunding and reallocating the funds that they've been given, because we can't continue to fuel the very thing that continues to kill us all. And when I say all, I mean black, white, brown.
I just want to say I've seen FTP written a couple times here, and it took me until just this moment to realize what that meant. And for any other nerds out there, it doesn't mean file transfer protocol. the AC Hotel. Just opened up about a year ago, I think. And here it is, boarded up and covered in messaging. I've been calling it graffiti this whole video, but I don't think that's the right thing to say. I'm going to refer to it as messaging now because graffiti is usually an unwanted thing, and I just think these are messages that need to be paid attention to and remembered. Well, I hope that was informative. It's been eye-opening for me watching the transition just over the last week or two from just simply being boarded up because of a pandemic to being boarded up and painted with all of this messaging. It's pretty powerful, and I look forward to coming back down here again and checking out, seeing how things change. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.